Hello and welcome to In Depth. I'm Tina Jha. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh ceremonially received the first Rafale fighter aircraft in France on Tuesday, 3 years after India signed an agreement with France to procure 36 such fighter jets. The Rafale twin-jet fighter aircraft that entered service with the French Navy in the year 2004 will come to India with certain modifications for the Indian Air Force. Categorized as a 4.5 generation aircraft for its radar-evading stealth profile, the Rafale aircraft is expected to be a game changer for the Indian Air Force, as most of its aircraft are either third or fourth generation fighters. Also, India will only be the fourth country after France, Egypt and Qatar to fly the Rafale. Today on the show, we tell you about the unique combat capabilities of the Rafale fighter jet and how it will boost Indian Air Force's squadron strength and defense capabilities. We'll also talk about the other aircraft that the Indian Air Force currently has. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh received India's first Rafale jet in France on Tuesday, coinciding with the 87th Foundation Day of the Indian Air Force and the auspicious occasion of the Shehra. The handover ceremony took place at a facility of Dassault Aviation of Bordeaux, that is at a distance of around 590 kilometers from Paris. French Defence Minister Florence Parly and the top brass of Dassault Aviation, the manufacturer of the aircraft, also attended the ceremony. After receiving the jet, the Defence Minister took a sortie in the aircraft. While the formal handover ceremony took place on Tuesday, the first batch of 4 Rafale jets will fly to India by May 2020.
आज भारत में दशहरे का उत्सव है, जिसे विजयदशमी भी कहते हैं, जिसे हम बुराई पर अच्छाई के जीत के रूप में मनाते हैं। आज भारत का 87वां वायु सेना दिवस भी है, इसलिए आज का दिन कई तरीकों से प्रतीकात्मक है। जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं कि 36 रफाल एयरक्राफ्ट प्रोक्योरमेंट के लिए भारत और फ्रांस के बीच इंटर गवर्नमेंटल एग्रीमेंट पर 23 सितंबर 2016 को हस्ताक्षर किए गए थे। इस महत्वपूर्ण प्रोजेक्ट के स्मूथ इम्प्लीमेंटेशन को सुनिश्चित करने हेतु हमारी रफाल प्रोजेक्ट मॉनिटरिंग टीम को फ्रांस में अगस्त 2017 से तैनात किया गया है। मुझे यह जानकर प्रसन्नता है कि रफाल एयरक्राफ्ट की डिलीवरी निर्धारित समय से हो रही है और यह विमान हमारी वायु सेना की शक्ति में वृद्धि लाएगा। मैं फ्रांस के सहयोग का शुक्रगुजार हूं, जो न सिर्फ रक्षा अपितु अन्य मामलों में भी भारत के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है। मैं आशा करता हूं कि विश्व की 2 मुख्य एवं बड़ी लोकतंत्र के बीच मजबूत सहयोग बढ़ता रहेगा और वह विश्व की शांति, समृद्धि और एनवायरमेंटल सस्टेनेबिलिटी को स्थापित करने में भी मददगार साबित होगा।
India had ordered 36 Rafale fighter jets from France in a deal worth 59,000 crore rupees back in September 2016. All 36 jets are expected to arrive in India by September 2022. The Indian Air Force has already completed preparations, including readying required infrastructure and training of pilots to welcome the fighter aircraft. It is reported that the first squadron of the aircraft will be deployed at Ambala Air Force Station, that is considered one of the most strategically located bases of the Indian Air Force. The second squadron of Rafale will be stationed at Hasimara Base in West Bengal. The Rafale jets come with various India-specific modifications, including Israeli helmet-mounted displays, radar warning receivers, low-band jammers, 10-hour flight data recording, infrared search and tracking systems, among others. The manufacturers described it as a fully versatile aircraft that can carry out all combat aviation missions to achieve air superiority and air defense, close air support, in-depth strikes, reconnaissance, anti-ship strikes and nuclear deterrence. The twin jet fighter aircraft is also capable of operating from both an aircraft carrier as well as a shore base. Before receiving the Rafale jet, Rajnath Singh met French President Emmanuel Macron in Paris, during which he discussed issues relating to defense and security ties between the two countries. In the last few years, defense and security ties between India and France have been on an upswing. In August this year, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited France, during which both sides resolved to further enhance the already close defense ties. So Rafale has several salient features. It is categorized as a 4.5 generation aircraft for its radar evading stealth profile, is believed to be a game changer for the Indian Air Force since most of the aircraft in its inventory, including the Mirage 2000 and the Su-30 MKI, are classified as either third or fourth generation fighters. It will also be a game changer for India in regional geopolitics of South Asia. More details in this report.
In modern warfare, air dominance from day one is a must, and in counterinsurgency conflicts, the Air Force is at the forefront of the military effort. The emphasis is on flexibility and firing power. In this context, the induction of the Rafale fighter jet is a game changer for India in regional geopolitics.
Rafale is a 4++ generation, you can call it 4.5, 4.5. So maximum at present as 5th generation, so it is 4.5 generations, and it's a very highly advanced with best of the most modern weapon systems, electronic systems, avionics, engines, maintenance systems. So it is overall a very, very potent and very, very capable weapon system.
Rafale is a twin-jet canard delta-wing multi-role combat aircraft designed and built by French company Dassault Aviation. It has a wide range of weapons that can carry out short and long-range missions, including ground and sea attacks, reconnaissance, high-accuracy strikes, and nuclear strike deterrence. The aircraft has on-board oxygen generation system that suppresses the need for liquid oxygen refilling or ground support for oxygen production. With an outstanding load-carrying capability and its advanced mission system, the Rafale can carry out air-to-ground strikes, air-to-air attacks and interceptions in the same sortie. It can also perform several actions at the same time, like firing air-to-air missiles at a very low altitude penetration phase. The aircraft is available in three main variants: Rafale C single-seat land-based version, Rafale B twin-seat land-based version, and Rafale M single-seat carrier-based version. The aircraft were developed for the French Air Force and Navy. Rafale entered service with the French Navy in 2004 and the French Air Force in 2006.
Rafale has given Indian Air Force cutting-edge capability, and this capability stems from the technologies it has within it. If we see at operational level, so it has given us stealth with very powerful engines. That means the maneuverability can be very high. You can do anti-missile maneuvers, you can go through very low, and you can escape very fast. Also, it has given us ESA radar. That is one very important thing. Then it has given IR-STIC capability, infrared search and track. It has also given us missile approach warning radar. It has within it SEAD capability, suppression of enemy air defense systems, or that comes from Spectra which is on it. It also has a glass cockpit, that means they have very advanced avionics. It also has direct voice input, and it is HOTAS compatible. HOTAS is hands-on throttle and stick, so the pilot can really do it well.
Dassault Rafale has a delta wing design and is capable of G forces as high as 11 G. The Rafale is available in both single and dual seating cabin. It is 15.27 meters long and has a wingspan of 10.8 meters. The empty weight of Rafale ranges from 9,900 kilograms to 10,600 kilograms depending on the variant, and a maximum takeoff weight of 24,500 kilograms. The Rafale is powered by two Snecma M88 engines, each capable of providing up to 50 kilonewtons of dry thrust and 75 kilonewtons with afterburners. The engines push the Rafale to a high speed of 1.8 Mach or 1,912 km per hour and a range of over 3,700 km with 3 drop tanks.
That it has given us air-to-air refueling. With Meteor missiles and SCAP missiles which are part of it, it becomes very lethal in air and on ground. Also, it has given us strategic depth because the range is 3,700 kilometers. That's a huge range. It has a combat radius of 1,800 plus kilometers, which gives you flexibility. And from, let's say, adversary's perspective, I shouldn't be saying that, but let me say, while being in your territory, you can still shoot down Islamabad and Beijing. That's a big capability. That's a big step forward. What we are talking about messaging. So that kind of messaging goes. It has all the technologies embedded within it.
Rafale also caters to specific Indian Air Force needs. Helmet-mounted sights and targeting system give the pilots lightning-quick ability to shoot off weapons. It can also take off from high-altitude air bases like Leh on a cold start for quick reaction deployment. It has a radar warning receiver to identify hostile tracking systems, a towed decoy system to thwart incoming missile attacks, and French industrial support for fighter for 50 years. Rafale is a 4.5 generation aircraft for its radar-evading stealth profile. The Mirage 2000 and the Su-30 MKI are classified as either third or fourth generation fighters. India will only be the fourth after France, Egypt and Qatar to fly the Rafale. India picked the Rafale over the Eurofighter Typhoon as the French accepted the idea that the Rafale would become a part of the air segment of India's nuclear triad. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
The acquisition of Rafale jet holds a lot of significance for India. Soon after taking over as Air Chief on 30th September, Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhadoria had said induction of Rafale will be a game changer. Besides missile systems, the jets will come with various India-specific modifications. So in our next report, let's take a look at why Rafale jets are important for the Indian Air Force. In September 2016, India signed the deal to purchase 36 Rafale fighter jets for around 59,000 crore rupees. The deal was signed with the French government after negotiations that went on for 18 months. While the formal handover ceremony took place on 8 October 2019, the first batch of 4 Rafale jets will fly to their home base in India by May 2020. All 36 jets are expected to arrive in India by September 2022. The Rafale fighter aircraft that will enhance operational capability of the Indian Air Force come with certain bespoke modifications for the IAF. The purchase of 36 more Rafale fighter jets will take the fleet to 72, which will bolster India's air power, particularly in the wake of the Balakot strike, when the Indian Air Force went deep inside Pakistan to destroy terror training camps. Acquiring Rafale jets will boost India's aerial capabilities, considering it is a twin-engine omni-role fighter with a wide array of weapons. It will not only provide aerial supremacy, but will also deep air support, ground support, in-depth strikes, nuclear deterrence missions, and aerial reconnaissance. A special feature that gives Rafale jets an edge in aerial combat is agility. It offers maximum maneuverability due to a combination of delta wing with an active close-coupled canard. Rafale will also see the phasing out of the aging MiG-21 by the year end. According to IAF Chief R.K.S. Bhadoria, the MiG-21 Bison fleet will gradually be phased out depending on their technical life.
He said the focus is on indigenization besides acquiring critical weapons and spares to maintain operational preparedness.
Well, it offers a very big punch, big boost to the Indian Air Force. We definitely need the Rafale class of fighter to enhance our existing air power. We are having, a lot of obsolete aircraft which are to be phased out, and this induction of Rafale aircraft is very timely, and wish we could have got more, but with 36 also, one squadron in the western sectors and one in eastern sectors is not really adequate. We definitely need more, but they are quite capable of taking care of the existing threat from Pakistan and maybe to a certain extent China.
Considering India's huge defense market, the Indian industry will also get major boost as the French side will invest half of the deal value in Make in India products or technology transfer. Apart from this, the aircraft deal also includes weapons and spares. Rafale will be India's most capable fighter aircraft. According to Defence Ministry officials, these are the major capability differences it will make compared to the current best, the Su-30 MKI.
This is a great game changer with this kind of technology where enemies can't detect you, where you can do air-to-air refueling for strategic depth, where you can have BVR weapons loaded onto it like Meteor and Scalp. But let me also add one thing here. Our contract permits us to integrate Russian or Israelis or our own origin weapons onto this aircraft. This is a huge flexibility. This was not available in any other contract. And this flexibility makes it very potent system because we are on our way to developing Astra in a big way. We are on our way to developing our own BrahMos NG as a main weapon system. So it makes it indigenous to that sense that your weapons are your own. And that's a huge game changer.
With Rafale, India will also get the latest weapons besides a 5-year support package that assures high availability of the fighter. The new weapons beyond the standard package include Meteor, a beyond visual range air-to-air missile that is possibly the best in its class. It can take out enemy aircraft at a range of over 100 kilometers. Its combination with the Rafale weapon system is a real paradigm change in air-to-air affairs. Another one is Scalp, a precision long-range ground attack missile that can take out targets with extreme accuracy. It has a range of 300 kilometers, capped by the missile technology control regime. Mica, an air-to-air beyond visual range interception, combat and self-defense missile. It can be used within visual range and beyond visual range. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
The Indian Air Force has been upgrading and modernizing its fleet to meet emerging challenges. Currently, it has aircraft of Russian, British, French, Israeli and US origins, along with indigenously made aircraft. We leave you with this report that takes a look at the best fighter jets and helicopters of the Indian Air Force that are securing our skies. Thank you very much for your time.
Bringing glory to the nation, fearlessly striking enemies. The flying beasts of the Indian Air Force protect Indian skies from any threat. The MiG-29 has been one of the strongest fighters of the Indian Air Force. It has become more ferocious now with an upgrade. The Russian origin aircraft can refuel mid-air and launch multi-dimensional attacks with the latest missiles. It can take off within 5 minutes of spotting a hostile jet in Indian airspace and destroy it. The upgraded MiG-29 had a crucial role in the Kargil War of 1999. It was deployed at the Adampur Air Force Station about 100 kilometers from the Pakistan border and 250 kilometers from the China border. The Sukhoi Su-30 MKI is a twin-seater, twin-engine multi-role fighter of Russian origin. It has been built by India's HAL. It's a heavy, all-weather, long-range fighter with a maximum speed of 2,500 km per hour. It carries a 1x30 mm GSH-31 autocannon. The Sukhoi Su-30 MKI can carry a variety of medium-range guided air-to-air missiles. The Mirage 2000 is a single-seater air defense and multi-role fighter of French origin. Powered by a single engine, it can attain speeds of 2,495 km per hour. It carries two 30 mm integral cannons and two Matra Super 530D medium-range missiles. It can also carry two R-550 Magic II close combat missiles on external stations. The MiG-27 is a single-engine, single-seater tactical strike fighter aircraft of Russian origin. It is licensed produced by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. It has a maximum speed of 1,700 km per hour and it carries a 23 mm 6-barrel rotary integral cannon. It also carries up to 4,000 kg of other armament externally. The MiG-21 Bison is a supersonic jet fighter and interceptor aircraft and the backbone of the Indian Air Force. This February, it became the first fighter aircraft to be piloted by a woman, Flying Officer Avani Chaturvedi. However, the government is planning to phase out the MiG-21 Bisons by 2019 and replace them with Tejas, the light combat aircraft manufactured by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. The MiG-21 Bison is a single-engine, single-seater, multi-role fighter ground attack aircraft of Russian origin. It has a maximum speed of 2,230 km per hour. It carries a 23 mm twin-barrel cannon with four R-60 close combat missiles. The Jaguar is a twin-engine, single-seater, deep-penetration strike aircraft of Anglo-French origin. It has a maximum speed of 1,350 km per hour and 30 mm guns. It carries 4,750 kilograms of external stores. The helicopter fleet of the Indian Air Force has grown steadily over the past few years. Today, India has over 500 French, Indian and Russian-built types of helicopter. The Mi-25, Mi-35 is an assault and anti-armor helicopter capable of carrying 8-man assault squads. It can also carry up to 1,500 kg of external ordnance, including Scorpion anti-tank missiles. Mi-26 is a military heavy-lift helicopter of Russian origin. It has a carrying capacity of 70 combat-equipped troops or 20,000 kg payload. Chetak is a light utility French helicopter with capacity of 6 passengers or a 500 kg load. The Cheetah is a Casavac helicopter of French origin having capacity to carry 3 passengers or 100 kg external sling loads. Other than the fighter jets and helicopters, transport aircraft also play a crucial role in the Indian Air Force, carrying passengers, freights and reinforcements. Aircraft like the Avro, C-17, IL-76 etc. are capable of performing paradrop, heavy drop and casualty evacuation etc. Currently, the government is acquiring HAL Tejas light combat aircraft and assault Rafale from France to further strengthen the Air Force. Bureau Report for Rajya Sabha TV.